Hi guys, I'm Mark Afable, one of the engineers here at Weebang. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about a scenario that's probably really familiar to a lot of you. So you've produced a track that you're happy with. It's got drums with a nice groove, a powerful bass line, and really nice melodies, and you think it's got potential. But when you bounce the track down to a stereo file and you go to listen to it on your stereo system or in your car, it just doesn't sound right. It's muddy, the instruments are stepping all over each other, maybe the vocals buried, and overall it just doesn't have that same clarity and loudness that you hear on tracks on the radio or on Beatport. It doesn't have that same stereo width and punch. Overall, it just doesn't have that professional sound. And you're thinking to yourself, what happened? What's the problem here? Because when you were producing it in your studio and hearing it on your monitors or on your headphones, it sounded pretty good, and now it's just not there. Well, what you're missing is mixing and mastering. So I'll talk a little bit about those two things. This is going to be a review for a lot of you guys, but I just want to go over it for the newer guys. So basically, mixing is the process of blending all the sounds and instruments in your track together into the final stereo track that consumers will listen to. That sounds simple enough, but really it's an art form in and of itself, using a lot of different techniques and gear and software in an acoustically treated environment with good monitors. A good mix engineer can really elevate a track to its maximum potential and give it that punch and clarity and openness that you're looking for, that you hear in these tracks at the club or on the radio. So that's mixing. And then after mixing is the mastering phase. In mastering, a mastering engineer, again in an acoustically treated environment, in a good monitoring environment, they're going to listen to that final stereo file and make some fine adjustments and fine tune it with equalizers and dynamics processors to give it that final commercial loudness. So that's mixing and mastering in a nutshell. Typically, professional mixing and mastering is very expensive and out of the question for guys who are new to this, looking to go to that next level and have that pro sound. And here at Weebang, we wanted to do something about that, and that's why we created our eStudio. Through our eStudio, the music makers of tomorrow will be able to have their tracks mixed and mastered by experienced mixing and mastering engineers that specialize in EDM, working in a world-class studio, and we're going to offer all of this at a price point that makes sense for the newer guys. So that's just a brief overview of the eStudio at Weebang. Thanks for checking us out. Check back often. I'm going to post more videos about this stuff, like how to prep your tracks and send them in for mixing and mastering. And also I'll post some audio comparisons so you guys can really hear the difference that professional mixing and mastering can make in your tracks. Thanks again.
Oh